Hey, what's up, Dean? Zero Performance. We are obviously at shop. Got Jonathan's Ranger in here. The mega truck is at Bamboo Park, I think. That's all up and running. The blower on it, making like 10 pounds of boost. I didn't think it would make 10, but it's making like 10 pounds of boost. That's not even wide open throttle. Um, but we're remote tuning all morning, so we think he got to a good place now. He's got a turbo 350 in it with a full manual valve body, so that's working. I gotta pause. All right, I don't remember where I was at, but mega truck's off running. He's good, doing his thing. Took the small block 383. I spun it over a bunch with the starter. I don't hear a noise. I think they're crazy. They might not be. We'll see. Cleaned up the heads so they're all nice and clean. I just threw them in the parts washer real quick. But they're way cleaner than they were. The Firebird motor is all together. And then I noticed this, which is awesome. I'll take the valve cover back off. Like, this is, it's frustrating going behind somebody else that, like, I'm not a motor builder by any means, but I'm not, I'm not stupid. So you could see when you put this valve cover on and nothing changed, you see that big gap. That doesn't mean bolt it on. It wobbles everywhere, and it's not the standoffs. It is literally a big gap. And it has to do with the baffles. You can see where the rockers were grinding on it. Like, just dumb. And these aren't bolted on. They're just on there to keep dust out right now. But, like, this is the kind of stuff that is just so annoying to me. Like, people, I don't know if they don't care, or, I mean, you must not care. If you tighten this valve cover down with that big gap, you didn't care. It's crazy to me. I got the quick coupler welded to the throttle body, and then the adapter from 4 to 3 on there, the reducer, whatever. I put an oil pressure gauge. I was going to spin it over. I did spin it over some, but my jump pack was dead. I got the flex plate the right way now. They had it with the spacer on the outside, and I think I know what they were doing with it. You can see it's grinding the teeth to death. Like, they are just, like, whoever shimmed that starter, which right here you can shim it easy enough. Pull the gear out, shim it. But I think what they were doing is they had long bolts, and when you put them in, they didn't seat against the flex plate. So I think they were using that as bolt spacers. And this piece here, this piece goes in the back of the crank to adapt to the torque converter. So I think that's what they were trying to get away with that piece, but it's wrong. From what I understand, I don't know, whatever. I took all the injectors out, cleaned them, ultrasonic cleaned them, ripped them through the little injector machine I have. They all flow pretty good. I still got to do, I'm just going to get a cam sensor and stick it in there. I'm not machining a plug. I'm not doing all that. Long story, but that's all ready to go, so we're waiting on him. The Ranger, I got the new shroud. It's not as wide as the radiator. I could not find one that was as wide as the radiator, and I could have made one. I would have had to buy aluminum, do all this, but this is that Proform brushless fan, 16-inch. That thing is nasty. Like, sitting on this chair, and hook it up to the battery, it literally will lift itself off the chair. That's how much air that thing flows. Those are the ones that the Firebird guy bought and we put on his car. The mega truck, they're on his truck. So I went and I got that one. Now, the bad part is that makes it like pretty tall, probably almost 3.5 inches tall off the radiator. It's 5 inches from the seat of this, which if you look where that mounts, I already got this all ready to go. If you look where that mounts there, let's see, best way, yeah, here, the harness is in the way. There's not 5 inches. 5 inches comes way back to like here. So this needs to move forward. The whole radiator needs to move forward about 3 inches, which kind of sucks, but kind of is what it is type of situation. So I marked it out. I am going to cut this whole entire core support, and then I'll cap in these ends over here. I'll cap these, and I think that is going to get left. I came down, I was going to cut straight, and then I said no, I'm going to cut it on an angle. So I'm going to cut it on an angle, and then I'll cap the end of that. I'll probably cut it straight first, kind of see where it's at. I may put a bar there, but my idea is to not cut those mounts off yet, and then try and detach these somehow. They're all spot welded to the core support. They're spot welded here, but I can cut down here and get this off and just reuse this piece. It's already made, it's already got a nice rubber mount, and then maybe just bring it back and weld it right into this side. Come on, right into this side. Just weld it right onto here, and then that'll hold the radiator, and then I'll figure out a bar for the top, because I'm gonna have to cut this off for the hood hinge. So I'll keep this piece. I'll probably cut it like straight across here, and I'll keep this piece, and whatever I make, I'll adjust that and bolt the hood hinge back up, which is right there. Not hood hinge, hood latch. I'll bolt the hood latch back up. I'll leave everything off, and I'll close the hood, and then I'll make a bracket to hold this piece on to whatever I make here. And the only thing I have to worry about is the horn, and then this harness that runs all the way across the front. So not too worried about it. But under here is something really cool. Let's see if I could, I can't back out anymore, sorry. This, I don't remember his name. I don't remember his name. This is a cool car, and it's a gorgeous car. It is a 64 GTO, and in the grill, supercharged GTO. It has LS something. I'm probably not going to be able to open the hood because it's not easy to do. Because everything's stuck. Hold on. Alright, I got it. Oh. So it's got an Edelbrock E-Force on top of whatever motor. He says it's a built motor. I don't see, you can't see the casting number on the head. This side has a P1 on the head, and like an LR, LXR? Huh. I'm not sure what that is. Oh, there's something carved into the front of the head too. Notice, haven't paid attention. Nothing. LXR on the front of the head. Huh. So I'm not sure what motor it is, but it's pretty rowdy. There's a lot of things I don't like. Obviously the battery tray is falling. You can kind of see the battery's falling forward. Then that is the main Holley harness. Goes behind inside the inner fender, which is cool. Down to the ECU. The ECU shouldn't be mounted outside. I mean, it'll be fine there because the dude doesn't drive it, but you literally have to disconnect those two connectors, pull the harness out to get to the CAN bus. That I don't like. Battery I don't like. The air filter, it's hitting the hood. The whole thing's sagging. I mean, these are all minor things, very minor things. But, you know, aside from that, car's sick. Got a cool power brake upgrade. So basically, he brought me the car, and it wasn't idling. Like, it would start like crap, idle like crap. And right off the bat, make sure I don't hit nothing. Car's rolling back. It's rolling back. It's rolling back. Hold on, Jack. Stay up there. There goes the car cover. Hey, hey, hey. So, right off the bat, the first thing I noticed when you turn the key on, the tow truck brought it. The first thing I saw was the air fuel. Come on. It's initializing. It didn't even initialize. It came up 955, which is like all the fuel, pig rich. So that tells me that the sensor is dead, because there's no way when it's cold it'll be 9.55. It's not going to read. Let's see. There you go. This is how somebody tuned the car. Guess they gave it blower surge. I don't know. See the IAC is buried. It's not even up to 10 and the IAC's already way too low. There's so possible to go behind people. It's ridiculous. People suck. Could also be bad plugs. You can see it's now it's fine, so it could be bad plugs. Kayak is still absolutely tanked out of it. Now it's got a little more IAC in it. Still should be more than that though. And there it goes right back to it. So yeah, they jacked this thing all up. throttle blade, just crack the idle all the way up. I can get the idle high. So they got something jacked up. They had all the learning on. They had all the idle learning on, and thing was like, as soon as I put the wideband on, it was so pig rich because or lean, because it was pulling fuel, and it couldn't pull fuel. So I got the wideband in it. Now it's reading. Now I can adjust everything, and I always shut all the idle learn stuff off. My big thing is, you can see this cable getting jacked up. Look at the angle to the throttle lever. It's constantly getting yanked over, so that'll end up either breaking or it'll get stuck inside and you'll be stuck at wide open throttle. And in reality, all they had to do was make this bracket another, half an inch or so longer, out here. That's all they had to do. They made this bracket, they made this tube. Should have just moved the bracket out of here. But it is what it is. So, I mean, it's a cool car. It's a gorgeous car. Just needs little things to finish. But so yeah, I'm gonna get to work on cutting Jonathan's truck, and tomorrow I'll make the video on the update on it. So for now, appreciate you watching. Like, subscribe, hit the bell to be notified, leave me a comment, and as always, have a good day.